Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for your feedback on the last video where I did my hot takes on fitness and nutrition. Your feedback was really good, and yeah, you guys seem to really like those videos, so I will definitely be doing more of those in the future. Let me know if there's anything specifically you want to hear about. Today is not a hot takes video, but today is a question that comes up a lot in general, but also that comes up a lot when I'm working with business development people. I'll just jump into it. So anytime I'm working with a business development person or a marketer or somebody who's trying to advise us from a business standpoint, they always say something along the lines of, why don't you really hone in on the fact that you guys are a vegan company? Like, it's not totally apparent other than your name that you're a vegan company. And first of all, I think the fact that vegan is literally in the name of our company makes it pretty obvious that we're a vegan company, but I understand what they're saying. If you were to listen to our podcasts, it might take you a while to catch on that we're vegan, we work with vegans, that's what we do. And if you were to read some of our content, same thing. If you were to watch some of these YouTube videos, same thing. So I understand what they're saying. Why don't we really laser focus in on the fact that we are vegan? And the answer for this is, I think it's pretty simple, and maybe this just comes from me being vegan for 19 years at this point, and Giacomo's been vegan for 17 or 18 years at this point. It's not a novel concept to us anymore. And I understand that there are people going vegan all the time, and that's super exciting. Now more than ever, people are going vegan at a faster rate than they ever have in the past, and that's awesome, and we are totally there to help those people make that transition and make it as smoothly, as healthfully, and hopefully as successfully as possible so they can stay that way for a really long time. Veganism is very important to us, obviously, or we wouldn't have stayed this way for as long as we have, but it's not as unique as maybe we used to think it was, or as many people think that it is. And by that, I mean, if you go out into the world and talk about being vegan, most people think it is just this completely bizarre thing that your life must be totally different because you're vegan. What do you even eat?
Do you go out to eat? How do you celebrate Christmas?
Wow, that must be so sad to eat salad all the time.
And I feel like, one, that's not true. That's not true at all. In so many ways, it's not true. But also, to kind of play up that side of our business, I feel like just feeds that mentality that you have to do a 180 on everything that you're doing if you want to become vegan. And I don't actually think that helps anybody. I don't think that helps people want to become vegan. If somebody told me, hey, you want to make this thing that you think is an improvement in your life, well, good luck. You're going to have to upend everything to do it. I would probably be really hesitant to do it, as opposed to if somebody just kind of shows me that it doesn't have to be that hard, it doesn't have to be that different to make those changes, then I'm going to be much more likely to take steps in that direction. This is really what we have seen to work, and what we have seen to help people is to teach people what they don't need to change in order to become vegan. You know, if you enjoy summer barbecues, you can do that as a vegan. If you enjoy going out for pizza, you can do that as a vegan. If you like your traditional Christmas or Thanksgiving dinners, you can do that as a vegan. I've literally written an entire cookbook on how to make classic holiday dishes, as macro-friendly and vegan. I feel like the concept of veganism already has a very otherness quality to it. To be vegan in America is to be outside of the norm, and that's not something that we want to play up. Also, from a fitness perspective, the principles of fitness and how to achieve your fitness goals, your physique goals, your strength goals, they're the same, whether you're vegan or you're not vegan. The concepts, the principles, the science, it's the same. Literally the only thing different, I shouldn't say the only thing, but mainly the only thing different about being vegan and trying to reach these goals are the foods that you pick out when you go to the grocery store. That's it. That's the only main difference. Eating enough protein to reach your physique goals, still important. Now, there are a lot of people out there that, are vegan and have vegan companies and say the opposite. It's very different. The science is completely different when you're vegan, and from where I'm sitting, it's not. Are there scientific benefits to being vegan? Yes, absolutely. Across the board. literature supports that being vegan or predominantly plant-based has lots and lots of advantages. Does that change the science of getting fit and in shape? No. Like, these are the same things that work across the board. So the main difference is just what you choose to eat. And I don't think that that is enough to, just hammer people over the head with it. That, oh, we're different, we're different, we're different, we're different. When, as the years go by, I think vegans actually become less and less different, and it becomes more and more normal. That is why we don't just talk about how unique and different and hard it is to be vegan, because I think that it's easier than it's ever been. And I think that people just need someone to show them how much easier it is than they might think it is. And, make the changes that are challenging for people easier by finding ways to replace the foods that they love, that they think, they're going to go without for the rest of their lives. We try to make that easier for people. People who are coming from a fitness background, who are maybe used to eating, chicken and egg whites all day long, all the time, show them how they can still stay in the correct macronutrient ballpark, but just select plant-based foods instead. Are there other small changes, like perhaps you supplement a little bit differently? Yes, but you could say that for all kinds of diets that are not the vegan diet. If you eat it a certain way, you might have to supplement a little bit differently. Now, this does not mean that being vegan isn't important to us. To Giacomo and I, it's an integral part of who we are, just as people, and obviously as a business. We go out of our way as a business to support other vegan businesses, and there's a whole sort of code of ethics that goes on behind the scenes that, might not be very obvious to an onlooker, because veganism is not a diet, it's an ethical choice. Like, it's a philosophy that you try to live by as much as possible. But when it comes to what we do, which is help people get into the best shape that they can get into, physically, mentally, we try to put it all together in a kind of holistic way. It doesn't have to be a complete 180 on everything that you've learned to enjoy about your life. It can be a complete 180 if you want it to be, but it doesn't have to be. And I think allowing people to believe that it has to be a total 180 in order to become vegan and be successful at it actually pushes more people away from the movement than it invites in. So that's a kind of long-winded way of explaining it, but hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Being vegan can be as complicated or as simple as you want it to be. And you don't have to be perfect overnight. We made a whole video about the perfect vegan paradox, how, we don't think that it exists. You can't be the perfect vegan, and that's okay. You just, you're the one who has to make peace with you. You do the best that you can in the situations that you're given, and that every step in the right direction is a good step, even if you feel like it's not perfect. But from a fitness and nutrition standpoint, we're not reinventing the wheel here. We're just improving upon the wheel. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think companies should really, really push that, like, being vegan is so different and unique, or do you appreciate like a more nuanced approach to it? I'm just curious, but this is something that comes up from like a business standpoint all the time, and we don't really get much feedback from clients or like people who watch or enjoy our content on this particular topic. We know that we have people who have been vegan for a really, really long time, watch our content or listen to our podcast and realize they've been overcomplicating it and making it harder on themselves than they need to be, which I think is a huge, huge theme in both the vegan community and the fitness community. So yeah, I'm just curious what you guys think. Anyway, hope you enjoyed today's video. Let us know if you have thoughts or anything you want to hear in the comments down below, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.